Welcome to the show, motherfuckers. Welcome to the Smeth Den. Where does my misogyny come from? I've got a lot to talk to you about today. That's one of them. It's been on my mind a lot lately. You know why? Because I've been real misogynistic lately. I got a self-critique. Nah, you can't wish it away. It's there to stay. Whenever things go to shit, it's there. My future wife better keep me happy, because you know what happens when I get miserable. You know how I start feeling about women. Let's talk about that, but I got a lot to talk about. We gotta get through. I got a lot to share with you. Got a lot to talk about. Let me get my fucking link out. Unwind. Take your hat off. Why don't you stay a while? Enjoy your stay in the Smeth Den while I wind you down. It's 7:08 p.m. here. Let's get you nice and fucking ready for your fucking Friday morning. I mean, it's a bit early for bed, but the stream's not over yet. The stream's just beginning. Yeah. Welcome, Smeth heads. Hey, King Philip. You guys have watched a change in me. You've watched me change. It's the most... It's whatever it is. But you've watched me go through changes, make big things. You know, the thing is, teenagers have so much to say, and then they grow up, and they have to make sacrifices, and they just have to do whatever they can just to be safe. And then eventually you look at them and they're 30 and you're like, this person has nothing to say. This person's boring. And like, they just exist for other people, or they exist for just to live. They're just living. And, you know, I mean, we're all just living. But clearly, I'm fighting against that, the urge to just give up just for the sake of safety. And I think that that's the job of any artist worth their salt. And I think that an artist that eventually becomes rich and famous loses their ability to fight, because their fight and their struggle and their expression became a path to safety, and now there's nothing. Their art has been undermined. I don't think I'm going to have any problems with that. You know, like a lot of these things I talk about on my stream, I could have made a fucking video about and it would have gotten more views and it would have gotten a lot bigger, a lot faster. But I become really into this whole aspect of the performance and the live aspect of it. And, you know, it's like I am my own worst enemy. And so now you're here with me. And I'm here with you. All, what, 30, 40 of you? Drew says, I don't think you're misogynistic. You've dealt with the worst shades of feminine type of mental warfare. Well, that sounds like a very misogynistic thing to say. Okay. You've watched me change. You're gonna hear ba-doop-doop. Yeah. I watched you change into a fly. I looked away. You're on fire. I watched you change in you. It's like you never had wings. Now you feel so alive. I have watched you change. I took you home, set you on the glass. I pulled off your wings. Then I laughed. I watched you change in you. It's like you never had wings. Now you feel so alive. I have watched you change. It's like you never had wings. I looked at the cross and I looked away. Give you the gun, blow me away. I watched a change in you. It's like you never had wings. Now you feel so alive. I have watched you change, and you feel alive. feel alive. You feel alive. I've watched you change. It's like you never had wings You change. You change. Change. Yeah. I need more of you here. I'm putting too much work into this fucking shit. I need more of you here. You Smeth heads. You're not peddling the methamphetamine. I need you to fucking sell that shit. I need you to... I don't know what I need. I don't need anything. Even if there was nobody here, I'd still be here. Okay, what the fuck do I have here? I'm thinking about starting to take my meds again, at least taking more of them so that I can focus on my goals and my tasks for the time being until I move out, until I get things under control. I think I might have to do that. I took, instead of taking just 1/8, or 1/10 of my normal dosage today, I took like 1/4, and it was really helpful. Yeah, which is really shitty. I don't want to be on that shit. The world's making me be on that shit. I don't want to be on that shit. I have to be on that shit for who? Someone in the chat says, "Beautiful people, Manson." I did that one before. Oh, I don't think I have done that one before. I mean, eventually I will probably be doing that one. You know what? I could probably do "Beautiful People" for you sometime later in the stream. You know, by the way, when I do karaoke, it's like I'm paying to do it, okay? Because now that I've gotten monetized on YouTube, if I do karaoke, it means that later, because majority of my viewers watch the VODs, it means later I'm not gonna get ad revenue. So I'm giving up $3 or $4 every time I do karaoke. You know, karaoke, it's a performance. I practice a little bit. Okay, so every time I perform, I'm giving up money. It's like I'm paying you. I'm paying you to sing to you. And I still am doing it because I love it gives me a fucking shot of adrenaline. I need it. because it teaches me how to make space for myself. I recommend singing to everyone. I can't stop. When I started putting music on my streams, I got a lot of criticism. People said that they said retarded shit, like it was too distracting. You know, maybe that last track was a little bit loud, but whatever. They said retarded shit like it was too distracting, or thank you very much for the $4, Cam. Thank you very much. I'm glad you appreciate my singing. Well, there you go. Now, no, that's not $4. It's $4.99. So now I might have made a little bit off of the singing. So thank you. I was saying, people gave me retarded criticism about the music, but now they don't. Now people say that they like the music. And the thing that was, this is the thing about criticism from people that aren't, from a viewer's criticism who is a consumer of the product is a very entitled thing. They're going to say, I want this to be better. I want this. And they don't know really anything about the craft or anything. So they're going to say, this is bad. It's distracting, whatever. They don't know why it's bad or why it's distracting. And they're saying, get rid of it. But really the solution was to put a lot more effort into it, because the thing that was actually causing it to be shitty was the dramatic shift in music. So if I had tracks that didn't flow well, into each other, then the dramatic shift, it just it was distracting. It's not distracting if I have a lot more ambience between different tracks and shit. So I'm all this to say, if you are an artist or you're putting something out there and people give you criticism, a viewer's criticism is retarded. The fact that they say they don't like something is worth taking note of, but they don't know why. They don't know why. It's your job as an artist to know why. And if you don't know why, you're not good. Bring on the Shadow OST. There's a lot of tracks on that. I've used that a couple times. I genuinely had my music too loud. Yeah, I did have it too loud also. That's another thing. I definitely had it too loud. Sometimes I have it too loud. Whatever. It happens. I mean, I was figuring it out though. But a thing that you clearly still aren't aware of is that the music was jarring because I had it just didn't flow. It didn't work. Have we gotten to the woman hate yet? No, we haven't, actually. I guess maybe I can get into that now. Yeah. It's going to fuck up my notes here. I didn't really organize them in the right order. Okay. Your misogyny comes from wanting to be a woman because you're a little piss baby. I love that. That's a really good way to go into this. That's perfect. Yeah, I resent women. I am jealous of women. It's not that I want to be a woman. It's that I already am a woman. And so lately I've been, I've got a car, and it's a lot easier to get a car than it is to get an apartment. At least apartment that's affordable, with roommates. If you're a man. If you're a woman, it's a lot fucking easier. I'm realizing I'm gonna have to start really hounding. Am I still Jewish? Yes. Don't fucking distract me and change the fucking topic. I realize that I have to start hounding on fucking Craigslist every fucking day, and like maybe Facebook Marketplace. I need to be hounding. That's what I gotta start doing. Hounding. And it's a numbers game. It's like dating, but when the rejection, it hurts me so much and it wounds me so much more. I can totally handle the rejection of dating, asking like women out and being rejected by it, but this rejection is different. This rejection is not in one way it's not as personal, but in another way it's even more personal because it's like a deep societal rejection. It is a rejection of me as a human being, almost like the roommate thing. So like I can afford some low threshold, like on the spectrum, on the very low end, I can afford rent and I won't have a lot of extra money, but I plan on increasing my income, working a little bit more, whatever, if I have to, and that's totally doable. I have a 799 credit score, but I'm moving out of my parents' house. I'm a man and I don't like make a lot of money. And all of these like communal living situations, all of these like they're just they all want women. All the art ho communes, they all want women. And nobody really wants to give. I know it's a nice credit score. Everybody wants to help women. Everybody wants to be in a community with women. Nobody wants to be in a community with a 30-year-old dude unless he's got fucking something to provide. Yeah, do you have some money that'll make my life better? What do you have to give me that's gonna be? It's like a woman has this innate value and everybody wants her to they want to boost her up, they want to help her, but nobody fucking gives a shit about a man unless there's something he can give you. And you know, I think that on a personal level, on the level that a woman has a lot to offer, I have a lot to offer. I'm an artist. I'm very thoughtful, and actually, I'm good in a manly way. I'm good at making decisions and being a leader and doing things in the moment. But that doesn't really come across on paper. On paper, it's all the fucking numbers, and that's so. But I can't get discouraged. It's a numbers game, just like dating. Like it doesn't work out. You need to date. You need to reach out to more women. You need to try more. Just like that. I just need to try more, and I'll get an apartment. And it's just a matter of time, obviously. But it really fucks me up, and it's been putting me in this really fucked up misogynistic place. Bro, all those women are getting assaulted and getting spied on. Yeah. Well, you know what? Well, that doesn't do me any good because, like, the very first guy that I met up with was trying to rape me. I already talked about this, but the next, like, day, he's like, oh, I saw you on Grindr. And I was like, I'm not on Grindr. He sends me a picture of some guy that doesn't even look like me. And I was like, oh, thank God, crisis averted. There's not someone posing on me as Grindr. You scared me, though. And then he's like, oh, I forgot. What do you look like? Can you send me some pictures so I remember what you look like? Like, so I'm still getting so really... I'm still getting shit like that. So, yeah, sure, there's probably less of it. But honestly, the thing that women don't have, those women that are getting spied on or whatever, the thing that women aren't good at, and they're taught to not be good at, is having boundaries. And I think that that'd get them a lot further along, having boundaries. And so, like, that's another, like, so here's some of your misogyny that you want so fucking much. Yeah, so imagine being a woman and living with a guy who's constantly trying to fuck you. You could literally do the same thing with gaming. Yes, exactly. Or a woman who is constantly trying to fuck you too. Yeah. Okay. So this type of rejection fucks me up. And it makes me, this type of rejection, this societal rejection, makes me feel very misogynistic. And I know that there's a logical gap in there. And that's where I fill it in. And I feel that gap, but it doesn't change it. My life would be so much better if I was a fucking woman. My mom, my parents wouldn't have been so abusive to me if I was a woman. If I was a woman, so like, yeah, like, and that's a damn fact. If I was a woman, I would be someone's Shaylin. I would have been someone's Shaylin 10 years ago. Sure, that might be bad for me in another way. And I can really relate to the plight of Shaylin. Something Max doesn't want to do to anyone else. He wants to undo what he did to Shaylin. You know? Being a woman sucks, dude. Go fuck yourself. I think that I'm actually less misogynistic than you are. I think that for me, it would be good. If I would have been someone's Shaylin, my parents wouldn't have abused me so much. Not my parents. Maybe someone else's parents would have. Maybe I would have gotten raped, but not my parents. One way or another, I would have been someone's Shaylin. Whether being, like, having a place to fucking live, someone to help me get onto my feet. You wouldn't be criticizing me the same way. You wouldn't be calling me a loser or a failure. No, not at all. I wouldn't be at my parents' house. Max would have adopted me. I would have an OnlyFans. I already I went there. It doesn't work. I would have been able to be a slut and get money from it. Yeah, sure, that would have fucked me up in some ways, but also it probably would have been more beneficial to me than harmful. For me. I would have went on the hotline, and then Destiny would have eaten my pussy. I would have popped off on his stream. I would have been one of those other art hoes at school, in art school, that got a boyfriend that was supportive, got a free mentorship from a tattoo artist that normally costs people $40,000 because you date him. Yes, a woman's power comes from her presence and her sexuality and shit. Yeah, nobody cares about my presence, and I have to prove that I'm worth something to get love, because that's the plight of a man. And this loser here in my chat, he wants to step all over that. He's contributing to it. You don't want to be nice to men. And I think that, so I don't want to be cruel to women. I want to be nicer to men. But I think that you just want to be crueler to everybody. So, who's the real misogynist here? You know, in my darkest moments, sometimes I have thoughts like women deserve, I know I wrote this in my diary, but I I have these thoughts and feelings, but it doesn't. That's just lashing out. But I'll say I typed, women deserve the pink tax. I want them to suffer just like me. But really, I don't. In the end of the day, what's going to make me better is for me to be treated better, not for women to be treated worse. And it feels like it's more within your power to make it so that women get treated worse. So that's what you're going to do. But really, you just want to be treated better. There's also a lot of power in being a man. If you can't use it, it's just you. Yes, it is just me. I would be better. Me, who I am, an artist, an empathetic, kind artist who wants to express himself, someone who would thrive in a supportive community that adopts me into the fold. No, yeah, I would be better off as a woman. There is power in being a man, and that's not who I am. And like, you act like there's something wrong with me. No, there's actually nothing wrong with me. So that makes me hate women so much. It makes me so bitter and resentful and disgusting and ugly, and I'm disgusted by myself. But at least I have the balls to understand that what I really need is to be treated better and not to lash out at women. Nah, bro. Saying that's who you are, that's defeatist language. You could be whoever you want to. I don't want to fucking be this person you're telling me to be. And so I'm gonna be me, and I'm not a defeatist. I'm not saying I'm giving up, you fucking loser. If that's what you think, you're a loser. Okay? You can't even imagine what it means to not be a defeatist. I think being a defeatist is me giving up, saying I'm gonna change who I am, even though I don't even want to, so that I can fit someone else's bullshit. So that I can fucking survive. No, I'm gonna make it without having to give up on myself. And that's not being a defeatist. Being a defeatist is giving up, and that's what you do. That's what you want. It's what you want me to do. And then you want to lash out at me. You want to lash out at anybody else because they didn't have to give up. Just like I want to lash out at women because they didn't have to give up on who they were. I want to lash out at women because they didn't have to give up who they were, and I don't want to have to give up who I am, and so you want to lash out at me just like you want to lash out at women. Well, the truth is, it's just going to be a lot harder for me, and that doesn't matter. I'm still going to have to fucking do it. I'm going to have to try 5 times as hard to get an apartment. I'm going to have to meet 5 times as many people to get in a relationship. You know what? I've made that work in the past, and it's not going to stop me in the future. You're not going to stop me. Nobody's going to fucking stop me. So why don't you stop giving up? I think that you've given up. I don't think you know who you are or anything about yourself. I think you gave up a long time ago, and it makes you sick to see someone refuse to give up because it's painful. You think, how dare Smeth not fucking give up? You're a defeatist, Smeth. Why don't you just fucking give up? You're taking the easy route of not giving. You fucking out of your mind? I have not taken the easy route. Bro, I'm never stopping. Good. So that's what I think misogyny generally comes from. I think that men want to lash out at women because women get to be themselves. They get to be vulnerable, and they get to They get to be vulnerable and still be loved and accepted and part of community, and men don't have access to that. People don't love you if you're a man. Women get raped. There's bad things about being a woman, but that does not undermine what I'm fucking saying. And what I'm fucking saying is why men become so misogynistic. It's because we're fucking resentful and jealous of women. Yes, it's bad to be a woman too, yes. But don't fucking change the subject. That's true, and that's a different topic. It's also good to be a woman, and it's good to be a woman in ways that it's not good to be a man, and men have to give up on themselves. They have to turn cold, they have to become stoic, and they have to become stoic just so they can get the fucking love from a woman. Just so they can be attractive. You know what? I'm not going to change myself so that I can be attractive. All this red pill shit, you change yourself into the perfect man for a woman, you're all fucking cucks. Why don't you just try harder and find a woman who loves you for who you are without fucking giving up on yourself, you fucking loser. Only when you're hot. That's true. Attractive women have the benefits of being a woman a lot more. Well, yes and no. Being an unattractive woman, you still have that access to community. Because the more attractive you are, it scales with the amount of abuse that you might face, the amount of men that just want to be around you because they just want to fuck you. But also, people being around you because they want to fuck you is good. But you have to have healthy boundaries with it, and I think we teach women to not have healthy boundaries, and it's part of a cycle. It's complicated. These things are complicated. But if you are an artist, you want people to be allured to you, you want them to be attracted to you, you want to live a lifestyle where it revolves around community and connecting with other people. That's what it means to be an artist. At least it means that today. 100 years ago, being an artist was being a craftsman. That's why all artists were men 100 years ago. But today, being an artist means being a figure in a community, in a communal type of person. And it is a woman's role, as we've defined the roles. A man can't do frivolous things, talk about feelings, have feelings at all. You're a loser. You're a defeatist if you're talking about your feelings. You need to stop giving up and just fucking suffocate all that part of yourself and make that fucking money so that a woman's gonna fucking love you, so that I'm gonna love you. I'm not gonna love you until you fucking do that. Well, I'm gonna give up on you because I don't need you. And that's the same attitude women should have. Me and women. That's why, as I can relate to, I probably relate to Shaylin more than I relate to Max, by the way, and I've thought about this multiple times. AGP, this is not even a fucking sexual thing that I'm talking about. In some ways, women are given a much wider berth than men, in other ways, a much narrower one. Yeah. When does the bra, makeup, and wig come out? Bro. You think I'm hiding shit? You don't think I'm you think I'm hiding that I'm a fucking freak? Welcome to the carnival. Welcome to the fucking Smeth den. I don't know if you've been around, but hey! It's the fucking freak show. You know, I heard that they're making a new Rambo movie. But, you know, to conform to modern woke standards, they're changing his name to Rainbow. They're making a Rainbow movie. Wait. Did you hear that they're making a new Rambo movie? But it wasn't quite woke enough, so they're gonna call him Rainbow 6. You guys ever notice that glizzy? You know, there's this glizzy shit. Like, there's new fucking baby memes every day. There's what is it, like skibbity toilet. This glizzy shit is marketed to kids, even though it's like sexual, but it's marketed to kids in the same way that Beavis and Butthead was marketed to kids. You ever notice that? Because if you watch Beavis and Butthead as an adult, the movies are great, the new show is great, but the back in the day, the MTV shit, it was just poop jokes, and it isn't funny if you're an adult. And if you think so, I think that you're just nostalgic goggles, because it is not funny to adults at all. It's obviously humor directed specifically at kids. It's poopy humor, and the glizzy weird shit is the same thing. I had something I was thinking about sharing on stream. So I asked a bigger creator if it would get me in trouble on YouTube. He didn't get back to me. I think it may have pissed him off, but I'm not going to share it. But I'm just going to tell you that I had something I might have shared, but I'm afraid that I can't even talk about it on YouTube. But the point of it is the taboo shit. You're never gonna know. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh boy. That's what now that's peak content. I'm just gonna sit here and tell you that I thought about talking about a thing and I asked somebody about it and they didn't get back to me. But it would have been good. It would have been good. Oh, that thing. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, that thing you don't know. Okay. Another news. I saw a man have a emotional breakdown on a stream earlier today because his chat wanted him to react to Raygun, the breakdancer. And they kept sending him clips that were like mocking her, and so he wanted to just look at the original footage with no goofy music in the background. And he started like getting so sad that like people are just like berating her nonstop. And while I do have criticism of her in the fact that she positioned herself to call herself like, you know, because what she did was what Raygun did was very creative, but it was not athletic. And this is fucking Olympics. So she's out of her fucking mind. But also, yeah, everybody's hatred is a bit over the top, dude. It's like she danced bad. She danced bad. That's it. She danced bad. Link. I don't want to. It was a video game YouTuber. When I watch video game YouTubers and shit, I don't tell them that I stream. Like, I'm sure some of them would even shout me out, and it's just like, I don't know, man. It feels wrong. Your stream's clearly targeted for adults, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's because, like, the way that I do my stream, it's gonna, to somebody, like, to every one of my fans, to everybody that comes here, even if you like me and you look up to me, there's still something I'm gonna say that's gonna leave a sour taste in your mouth no matter what. And sometimes I don't want to, like, have that kind of connection with somebody. I just want to have fun and chat and be goofy. So, yeah. I think it's her weird confidence about it. Yeah, and I think she, like, I think that it would have been good for her, for Raygun, if in response to it, she took it with more humor. Because it's yes, what she did was very creative, but not athletic in the slightest. So accept she's like, you're being an artist more than you are being a athlete. So just accept that role and take the criticism with a little bit more humor. Isn't it fucked up that pigs have a very strong sense of taste, but will literally eat anything? Isn't that fucked up? Like, they have an incredible sense of taste. They can taste all the little minutia and details, and we can literally feed them shit. And we do. There are places in India where they literally have, like, a hole that leads down into the fucking barn, and they just shit there, and the pigs eat it. But these are animals that have an incredible sense of taste. I wonder what they think about our shit. You ever wonder what a pig thinks about when it's eating your shit? Huh? What do I think? What do I think Indians think about? It's all in the mind. I think that all of our stereotypes and, like, prejudice come from the stuff we see of lower caste Indians. I think that Indians have Indians have themselves to blame. You know, not personally, but the caste system in India has created that, like, because, like, rich Indians are very different from poor Indians, and the culture is so different. You have people literally. I was talking to an Indian girl, like, I must have been like 22. I was talking to her on a video call, and she asked me, because I had a ponytail at the time, and she asked me how often, because she loved my hair. She said, "How often do you shower?" And I was like, "I shower every day. Why do you ask?" And she's like, "Oh wow, I only shower once a week." And she had nice hair, and I was like, "Why do you only shower once a week?" Well, she said, "Well, my sister showers every day, and her hair is falling out." And so Yeah, India's a shitty place where there's really rich areas and really poor areas, and a lot of the bad shit we think about Indians, it comes from that fact. So you have like people that live in absolute squalor and like literally like trashy, like literally like hyper poverty, redneck, Appalachia like shit. It's just poor people shit. Like to an extreme level where there's no hope of them ever getting out because they have a fucking caste system and they have generation upon generation of trauma and retardation. And then you have the rich philosophical Dr. K's that are really eloquent and, you know, very smart and come from a very aristocratic culture, and they're very well spoken. They can talk to you all about their philosophy, and they like all this great stuff, that comes out of Hinduism, and you know that it's just night and day. And I blame the caste system. Your story features two people who live under the same roof. One showers daily and one once a week. I don't think the caste system explains that one. I don't think if you fucking listen to me, you fucking retard, okay? Because what I said was one of them showers once a week because if she were to shower every day, her hair would fall out because the water is so low quality, they can't even drink it. That's what I'm saying. And her sister that showers every day, her hair is falling out. That is explainable by the caste system. And then you got Bollywood, which is made to have like mass appeal to the lowly peons in the lower caste systems, but made to look and have influence from the higher caste system. So it's really trashy, but then there's good qualities to it too. And that's why everything that you think about Indian culture comes down to the fucking despicable caste system. How about
I saw you from outside playing video games. I was wondering if maybe I could come inside and watch you play.
Boom!
That was so cool!
Boom! Yeah! I knew I was gonna get that one.
That was awesome!
Dance moves.
So cool.
Yeah. It's for you.
Yeah.
Okay, all this to say, you just gotta fucking get out there, okay? You're not gonna get a girl just sitting in your fucking little goon cave playing video games, and you're not gonna get an apartment, or you're not gonna get, you're not gonna get to the living situation. You're not gonna be able to make the changes to your life that you need. Maybe you're a fucking weirdo freak like me, and maybe you're gonna have to try 3 times as hard, but you still have to just fucking try, and it's a numbers game. So maybe you're a freak, so it means you're gonna have to fucking send out 3 times as many fucking messages to these women. Maybe you have to meet 3 times as many women. Maybe you have to fucking try to get a car 3 times as hard. You gotta fucking get an apartment 3 times as hard. Okay? Maybe that's your lot in life, but then I guess that's your lot in life, so you're going to have to try 3 times as hard. That sounds good to me. You know, it's a lot better than the alternative, which is just giving up on yourself or giving up on making these changes. Both ways are just giving up. You know, oh, and by the way, so the last time I streamed, I talked about eggs that I saw, and somebody who watched my stream, they figured out what it was. It was not eggs. It was not a fungus. It was something called wolf's milk slime mold. It looked like this. So it was this. It was a slime mold. Slime molds are really cool, and I was almost tempted to like take one and like keep it as a pet. I highly recommend you look into slime molds. They're real cool. They're not a animal, they're not a fungus, they're not a mold. They are like a giant amoeba with a billion little nucleuses, and they can learn and they can solve puzzles, and they don't fit into any real category of life that we even really understand, but they're really interesting. I like them. They're cool. So that pimple thing, that is like one celled organism but it's also more than one organism because it's got a shit ton of nucleuses in it. It's got little tiny mini brains that are able to make it behave intelligently, but it's all in one cell. Recently I did the TF Big Boy Challenge, and Queeman went over it, and I wrote down some responses to his criticism. Just okay. First of all, is my fucking friend's apartment too fucking dingy for you, huh? Fucking so entitled. So entitled. Oh, I'm so sorry it seems bleak because he has a poor... Dude, the dude will not buy a lamp. Dude, the dude will not buy a fucking lamp, so his apartment's lit, like, horribly. But it's like he doesn't even have a microwave. He cooks everything. Yes, I did very minorly... I was looking at him while I was doing it. I was, like, expecting him to tell me to stop, but I used a fork because he told me to use a fork, and I briefly touched a fork to his frying pan, but it was not enough to cause any damage. I did not do a lot of stirring or scraping. It was just a little tiny bit. And I did feel bad about it. Yeah, I did scrape his fucking nonstick pan with a fork. Why don't you deal with it, huh? You're such a fucking pussy that you won't fucking scratch someone's fucking frying pan? You fucking pussy. And also, I got criticism for how I wrapped my wrap. Okay? Yeah, the dude fucking microwaves eggs. I'm not even shitting on that, but like, come on. You want to talk about bleak? Come on. It was a wonderful moment with me and my friend and his kid, and we had a fun time making some food. It was whatever. We're just hanging out. It was something to do. It was funny. It was fun. But this is how you are supposed to wrap a burrito.
Lo cerramos
You do the sides first, and then you fold it over. This is the one step that I didn't do, and that's this folding the corners in like that. And that's because I was using, I believe it's called a lavish, but what this guy is using is like this burrito wrap is like heated and it's like sticky and moist, so that when you wrap it, it all sticks together and it clings. But I was using something that's a lot more fluffy and doesn't do that. It's really made to not, I put a lot in it like a burrito, but it wasn't made to be wrapped like a burrito. And this, maybe I had a panini press, then it would work, but I didn't have a panini press. And the way I held, people were like, in the comments, people were like, why can't you hold shit? I held it together the whole fucking time I ate it and nothing came out. I wrapped it correctly. I wrapped it like this without that one little fold because it's not going to stick. But this is how you wrap a burrito. You start it from the sides. Because then because you've folded in the sides, it's not going to fall out of the sides anymore. And then you use your thumb and you pull it over. So now under there, there's a fold under there. So you're supposed to do the Queeman fucking was like, what is he doing? He's wrapping it. If you don't know that you're supposed to wrap it from the sides first, then shut the fuck up and don't criticize wrapping a burrito. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? You're supposed to do the sides first because that's what makes a pocket so that shit's not going to fall out. And yes, it's not going to stick together because it's not an actual burrito wrap. And I was wrapping it like a burrito because I had way too much shit in it because I wanted to. And it worked out for me because I know what the fuck I'm doing. I eat fucking burritos all the fucking time. But yeah, I can't roll it like that and have it with the corners, so it won't stick together because this is a sticky wrap. Because they've got a panini press to steam up the wrap, and it's different type of wrap. So yeah. Is there a way to steam with just a skillet or something? I don't know. They usually use a panini press. Probably. I don't know. I just do it dry and hold it together with my hand. Listen. Listen. I'm schizo. I 100% think. Okay. You know, I was thinking about the other day while I was at work at my horrible retail job. I was thinking, I'm glad that I'm average height, because if I was taller, if I was like a really tall person, you know, it would be better to be tall. But specifically, if you have to scratch your balls are closer to everybody's eyesight, and countertops are all going to be way lower. So if you scratch your balls when you're really tall, there's no cover. You can't get away with doing it. You have to just live with the itch, because if you do it, everybody's going to see it. If I was a girl, I bet they wouldn't. You bet they wouldn't critique my burrito wrapping? No, they probably would. They probably would. That crowd would. Absolutely. An alpha male wouldn't hide his ball scratching. Yeah. Especially not a ralpha male. That's like a level up from an alpha male. Someone in my chat says, if your girl wants to wear higher than 4-inch heels, she's a whore and is morally beneath your consideration anyway. See, this is what I'm talking about. So this is something that sucks that women have to deal with. This assholes like this dude. Okay? But the thing is, it doesn't get to me. That kind of shit's like whatever. Like people criticizing my burrito wrapping, that's whatever. I don't actually care. I don't, like, yeah, it's so bad to be a woman. Just have boundaries, and that's the biggest thing, is that women don't have boundaries. They don't have good boundaries. They want other people to set boundaries for them, and when you do that, you get raped. That's the thing. Maybe if I was a woman, I wouldn't have learned how to set healthy boundaries. Or at least for periods in my life. And maybe that would have made me turn out different. Yeah, well, I'm not. So I do know how to set healthy boundaries, at least more than some of the women that I'm thinking about. And yeah. A Ralpha male is an alpha male plus 200 pounds. He's lost weight. He's lost weight, and I think he's more sober. The dude is a champion. Want to hear something misogynistic that I've posted this in my Discord diary. I have a public Discord diary, if you don't know, and my Discord link's there in the description. And by the way, being here, watching the stream is the best possible way to support me. You can also support me, helps a lot, to like the stream, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and if you really, really want to help me, giving me super chats and buying memberships can help, but you don't have to. Women should not be allowed to use their husband's military discount. I think I really hate it, because by far more wives come in that I know that they're not the one that's done military service, and they come in and they're like, oh, what was his number again? And they're just using their fucking husband's military discount. No. The husband, the man, or the woman, whoever does the military service should get 20% off, not 10%. And their significant other should get 0. All right? That's what I think. Not only, like, oh man, it would be so wonderful to just be a woman and then just marry some guy that goes off and I never have to see him and I just get his money and he supports me from like afar. I don't have to deal with any of his bullshit and I can fucking cheat on him and I get his military discount. That's the actually reality for a lot of military wives. It's such a fucking breeze. I mean, yeah, you have to feel the guilt of being a horrible, filthy, despicable person. But I mean, isn't that what we want women to be? Maybe I am a despicable person and I just want to be allowed to be a despicable. No, I want to be an artist and I want to be, I want to have to not have to create my own loving community. I want to be able to join a community that will love me and accept me and embrace me. The only one that's ever done that was Max. 2, varying, I mean, like to a much lesser degree than if I was a woman. But I have to fucking sit here. I have to create a community. I have to, in my community, all you men are going to be treated just like a bitch. That is my Smeth promise. I will welcome you like a fucking bitch. I promise. I promise, Smeth heads. That is your Smeth promise. I stay in my lane and would never infect your Discord. Well, I don't give a shit if you infect my Discord. My Discord's got really a very eclectic selection of different types of people. It's really interesting. And I post in my public diary constantly. You're not skinny unless you can do the butthole scene from Pink Flamingos. Rape is only okay if you're the last man and woman on Earth. You know what's terrifying? As a cashier, when a customer's credit card gets declined, because half of the time they get really pissed at you, at me. Your fucking credit card gets declined, you get mad at me. Hey, you're the one with the problems, buddy. Not me. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'll be supportive. I'll be your fucking emotional support animal for a moment, okay? But don't get fucking mad at me, asshole. This is your problem. What about the first man and woman? That's not a real thing. There's no such thing as a first, like a chicken or the egg. Which one came first? Evolution is a slow process. It doesn't make sense for there to be a chicken or the egg first. First thing that existed was a fucking algae. That's the first the chicken. The answer to the chicken and the egg riddle is an algae was first. And then you could say theoretically, like through mutations slowly over the course of evolution, at one point you could probably say this is the line I'm going to draw, where this is the arbitrary line I'm going to draw where this one is a chicken and the one before it was not a chicken. And then you can say that egg came first. Or if you want to define it as that egg was the egg of the thing that laid it, so the chicken came first. It depends on how you define it. It's really a fucking retarded, meaningless question, and I hate the whole chicken and the egg thing. We're gonna make an AI that tricks us into thinking that people are even more clean and pure and inhuman than ever before. That's what we're already doing. AI can't fucking show you porn. If you ask AI questions about what was more controversial, its brain is cucked, and we're gonna make our whole world and reality and all this art and shit and everything we consume is gonna be even more sanitized of its humanity than ever before. So my question is, if everything we consume, because already we feel crazy. We feel crazy because we have fucking Kai Cenat, like fake retards that like if we have Mr. Beast, like people that act like they aren't even they act like they're a fucking AI already. They already act like a robot. And so it's gonna get so much worse and so much more sanitized and so much less human. So are we all going to go crazy, and is it going to fuck us up? Or are we just actually going to become less human? I think we're going to go crazy. I'd rather us go crazy than just become AI-minded. Like clean, programmable, absent of any impurities. I don't think that's even possible. But if it is, that's the future that a lot of people want, right? If we don't talk about pedos, if we just put all pedos in a box and then kill them all, then pedophilia goes away. But I don't think that that's how it works. And like pedophilia is like I think pedophilia is like a social problem that you can't just kill away. You know? And yeah, I don't think that sterilize all media and then just make everybody become clean. It just makes them more crazy. That's why we got Trump. It's going to burst out in a violent way, and you're going to support the most disgusting asshole you can possibly find. And that's like whoever. Trump. I mean, that's what's appealing about Trump. That's why I like Trump. I'm going to vote for Kamala. But I like that about Trump. I like that he's disgusting. I like that he's a fucking asshole. God, I fucking like that Trump is a fucking scumbag asshole. For God's sake, it feels good to have a fucking scumbag around. For once. And everything you see is so clean. That's what is so lovable and attractive about Trump. Grab him by the pussy. He's a fucking rapist. And that's what you like about him. It's what we all like about him. So, I'm going to leave you. You know, I should do longer streams. It would be better for me to do longer streams, wouldn't it? It actually would. A lot. And I should do a lot more of them. Once I move out, I'll be able to do a lot more streams too. But I can't do this quality every fucking day. No. I used to do panels. Panels fucking suck. I want to do more conversations. I want to do a conversation with Moisty about his recent run-in with the law. He fought the law and he won. They tried to cancel him. They tried to destroy him. I want to talk to him about that. I'll message him about that later. I'm going to be doing a panel in a week or so too with Brittany Simon, notorious cult leader. As if you liked the panels. But I do need to have more conversations. But my solo content's better. It's better. And it takes more work. A lot more work. Anyway. I'm edging you because I'm going to end the stream, even though it would be good, so good for me to just keep fucking going. What can I fucking ramble about just to get the fucking time in there, just to put some fucking filler in there? What can I ramble about? Skibbity toilet. I'm going to treat you like a fucking retarded child and just ramble on about I'm going to be like Queeman. I'm going to be like Queeman. I'm going to just have retarded fill, and I'm going to be like looking at my chat like, how the fuck are these retards even here right now? Man, I feel like a fucking genius. I feel like a fucking winner that these losers are actually staying and watching this horrid trash. Yeah, and just play someone else's video, and I'll actually play a video that's actually god-awful. But the experience is you get to watch something god-awful with somebody who admits to you that it is god-awful. So you get to have that cathartic experience of watching trash with Queeman. And it feels good, right? Because you just want you want to hear that how this shit sucks, and you want to fucking scream about it, and you want to laugh at it. And you want to laugh at all this fucking trash and this drowning in trash, and he's there just reaching down his hand, and you just watch trash with him, and you're still watching trash. I watch it. I'm going to leave you with one thing. Where did the chicken work at the Retail store. Where did the chicken work at the retail store? Where did the chicken work at the retail store? Where did the chicken work at the retail store? Self checkout. Have a good one, everybody.